Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we are in the Ridge of Frozen Souls, and the interesting setup about what we're doing today is that we have Bridge to Glory that is crossed out, and what we will have to do is we will constantly be switching back and forth between our secondary mind stat, apply Bridge to Glory, and then switch back to Regenerative Drain. Now, this does sound like it's going to be kind of difficult, but there's no worries about it because Bridge to Glory lasts for an exceptionally long time, and as we have Gift Extension here, it lasts 50% longer on that exceptional amount of time. So stay tuned for that, and if we need to, we can go down to normal mobility if we want to, for an all-the-time access to Bridge to Glory here, and normal mobility is still pretty good for this build set here. But if you want that quick mobility, then we head over to Revenant's Ambition and we have access here to everything we need. Now, as far as our ice resistance goes, we are going to have a resistance of 209, which is very, very exceptional. We can pretty much survive anything and everything that we are going to go up against here in the Ridge of Frozen Souls. The what's he called? The Boreal Brute will definitely be the only enemy that will be able to get through our ice defenses when he is buffed up with his ice armor, and the regular euphoric soldiers will be able to cut us down as well if they are so lucky to get some attacks in on us, and so we will have to kind of figure that out as we go. So as soon as we have access to Bridge to Glory, then we will have another about 525 added here to our damage, and if we use the Hellfire Hammer, we will get another 5% of fire damage added to our weapon, which is excellent, and then we will get Flame Weapon for another 20%. So on the Black Halberd here, we will have 20% plus the 5% plus the 20%, so that's 45% extra plus the 500 damage that we will have. So we will have about 1500 here on the card, and then we'll have 45% roughly on the damage here, which will be about 2250 on the card here that we will have damage output, plus the enemy's weakness to pierce, and plus the enemy's weakness to fire. So we will have upwards of about 2600 roughly as our base damage, and then all of our move sets will come from there. So pretty impressive here for the Black Halberd to score that high, and in conjunction with all of that, we have 5% health regen from kills, 5% health regen from drain attacks or launch attacks, and then we have 350 health return from Usurper's Blade, which is more than a 10%. It's about a 12-13% health recovery here. So pretty impressive here for our health recovery options, especially because we will be going for Sacrificial Edge, which will be reducing our health fairly quickly if Cleansing Light is not active. So stay tuned for that, and it's pretty great how this build actually operates all together, and we definitely want to get this going, and then we go for over here and then Bridge to Glory, and then we'll head back to Revenant's Ambition. And as you can see, we do have Bloodsucking Blades active now, which is very, very nice, because we are able to get everything up and active here, and we'll keep our backstabs going here to make sure we have all of the damage here we could hope to have. So 6675 there, pretty good overall. And let's get Elemental Wall going. Okay, where's the other dog? And as you can see, we don't really need Sacrificial Edge and Cleansing Light here active together. However, it is pretty insane the amount of damage we are able to get off here. Ouch. Okay, so let's get sacrificial edge going. Ouch. Okay. And let's... oh, okay. Mia is just absolutely destroying these guys. So let's head up here where we can get some health going from some backstabs and some kills here, because we are running out of health here very quickly. Okay, good. And as you see, it is very, very good that we can get kills and use our backstabs to gain access to a whole lot of health very, very quickly. And as you can see there, we got a whole ton of health back from using Usurper's Blade on 2 enemies at once, while at the same time being able to get 2 more kills. So that was a huge, huge, huge benefit to us there, all things considered, for the amount of damage that we are able to put out. So Sacrificial Edge is doing some pretty good work here overall as we get into these different enemies, and it is totally worth it to actually go for killing these guys as well, just because of the health recovery that they provide overall. So very, very good there. And we still have a whole big bunch of I-Core here that we will have to make use of here, okay, before we get to the Boreal Brute. And we have 21 I-Core here, so it's worth it if we save up here for what we have. And as we get into the fight, we can wait for Bridge to Glory if we want to, but it's not really necessary, as we have most of our damage is just going to come from the fact that we're doing fire damage. Oh, okay, that is fine. Let's get our mind going here. Okay, and I guess Mia did not kill him. Okay. Okay, he is still active and ready to mingle here. Okay, so not really too much of a problem for us overall, just because of the fact that we do have some pretty hefty damage output that we can have here in conjunction with what we are doing. Okay, let's get some health and a kill. So as you can see, all of the damage taken from Sacrificial Edge was completely negated so far because of the different attacks we have available to us, as well as the health recovery on kill and backstabs and such. And at the same time, we are able to pretty much be invincible to everything here and have great access to a whole lot of I-Core abilities because of having regular Mia along for the ride. Okay, so let's get this going, and then we will go for a charge attack here, and we'll knock this guy down, get our fire damage going there. Okay, and as you can see, we are fully topped up here on our damage levels. So pretty insane there that we can kill those guys so quickly. And we have Bridge to Glory going. We have everything running at the moment except for Sacrificial Edge. So we'll load up on I-Core on this guy. And let's go for Sacrificial Edge now, because we have the kills available, and that is good for the health recovery and health return. So we got to make good use of that while we can. Okay, and you'll see there we get our health back, which is great, and then switch for our mind ability here, and then switch back. So not too bad there for the menuing overall, and it does make for a great way to go about engaging with these guys. Okay, and again, we are getting backstabs and kills, so we are able to completely finish these guys very, very quickly here. as we launch into these different attacks and kills. Now you will notice that we are very, very low on our stamina most of the time, and that is, whoops, and that is very kind of normal because of what we are engaging with here. Okay, and we are almost out of health here, so we absolutely need to get some backstabs, or use our ability of Usurper's Blade, which we will use right here, right now, to make sure that we have enough health to continue having Sacrificial Edge active, because if you if you allow yourself to go down to 0 health, then, or at least 1 health, then you will have Sacrificial Edge deactivate, and you will lose that ability. So not what you want to have happen at all, because that is a huge amount of damage you will lose out on, and you definitely want to have that active. So overall, pretty simple setup here as we go through, and as you see, we haven't used a healing item at all as we go through this area, because we have plenty of health regen as we go through. Now as we get to the boss fight here, we aren't going to be killing the boss or draining the boss, so we can get rid of those two, and we can go for improved regeneration, and we can go for regeneration shift. Even though we didn't use 2 of our heals, we could have used them here before the boss fight, but just to top up, and that would have been the more appropriate way to go about this engagement.
Nicola.
But as things go right now, it's not really that big of a deal. So we will go for a little bit of Ichor recovery here, and we'll, whoops, and we'll get gift extension active here before anything else goes on, and we'll get this going. And as you can see, now we have a ton of Ichor to work with before the fight actually begins, so that is great. We'll go ahead and heal once. Okay, this, and this, and this, good, and this, and this. Okay, and if we want to, we can even try and go for a little bit of poison if that is so desirable at certain points. So kind of interesting here how this fight will go, just because of the fact that we have a huge amount of ability here built into our setup. We are able to really go for some big time damage, as well as some awesome setup time here as well. Okay, and Nicola is already transitioning, which is completely fine. Now he has not, whoops, he has not actually gone down into a stagger state, and there is that stagger state. And as you can see, we are continuing to build up our health recovery because of Usurper's Blade. Okay, he's definitely aggressive against Mia there. Okay, we'll see what he's gonna do here. Go for this. Okay, and as you can see, there's really nothing to be super nervous about here. Oh, okay, and we'll go for Sacrificial Edge, and we'll run over here and get some help, Ichor. Okay. And get some health. Okay, and Mia decided to finish him off. So, all things considered, this setup here actually does really well as you go through the Ridge of Frozen Souls, because of the types of enemies you're going up against and the type of weapon that the black halberd actually is, because it's one of the only piercing halberds that we have access to. The other one is the impaler. I think I need that one. The Impaler and the Cerulean Spear, but this one is one of the higher tier damage values, and using the Hellfire Hammer along the way is a great little extra added bonus, just to have access to it. So everything, all things considered here, definitely a very strong, very impressive build overall, just because of the fact of you have basic invincibility here to ice, and then you have increased, very high increased damage, and then you have blood-sucking blades because of regular Mia, and you are able to use both your dark and your light values, and the incompetence in Bridge to Glory, you can overcome that by just swapping very quickly here to another mind stat, getting Bridge to Glory going, and then switching back to Revenant's Ambition to keep that quick mobility. And so if you're into some of these healing mechanics, you can use Sacrificial Edge to your benefit here, and you don't have to be scared of it because of the health reduction as you are going along. And as you can see from this build here in this episode, we can offset that healing, or we can offset that health drain by the amount of healing that we have going on between Usurper's Blade and Lifesteal and Regenerative Drain between these two. So very, very good overall. And I know the last episode used Heimdall as well, but this is just kind of to show that Heimdall can be pretty versatile in how we go about going for healing business when we are paired up with Sacrificial Edge. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.